Hello and welcome to this episode of the Guys with Glasses podcast. I'm Bandito John, and I have with me No Name Josh. Hey, buddy.
How's it going?
Hey. So this week you wanted to plug a few things some interviews that we've recently done.
Yeah, when we were at PAX, I did a interview with the guys from Capybara Games about Super Time Force, and we talk a little bit of Clash of Heroes. But we also do an interview with the guys from Naked Sky Studios. They're coming out with Backyard Battles. Both those are up on the website and on YouTube. And I also finished a review of State of Decay, and that's also up on the site and YouTube. So just check those out.
Yeah, that's at nextgennerds.com.
Yes.
So let's talk about State of Decay really quick there. So what was your thoughts on the game?
I gave it a 7, but I might reevaluate that. It's okay. So the problem with it is that it's the combat's boring. I mean,
yeah,
zombies never really give you a challenge. Like, they never really scare you, because if you really get in trouble, you just run outside, get in a car, and run them all over. That was my biggest problem. And the executions are really lame. There's only 4 of them. There's 2 on the ground, 1 against the wall, and then 1 standing up, and that's it.
Yeah, I played the game for 20 minutes, and and I think this is just a factor of the time when I played it. It was right after I finished Last of Us. And I played this, fantastic zombie, amazing game. And then I go to State of Decay, and I'm just like, this kind of looks like a PlayStation 2 game. It doesn't play that well. It's kind of clunky. I don't know why people like this. It kind of sucks. And then I turned it off after 20 minutes. I don't know. Should I have played more? Does it get any better after 20 minutes?
Yeah. So I don't think in my YouTube video, I really need to downgrade this to a 6, because I think that's about where it sits. It's not a buy for me. If I wouldn't have got this for free, I would have never bought it. I was lucky enough to get a review code for it, and I did a review on it, and it's okay. I don't think I'll be getting the DLC from the lady, but we'll see. Because I think she was hoping for a positive.
Did you get a free code from PAX?
I got a free code from one of the ladies who works at Undead Labs.
Oh, okay. Well, now I feel bad for saying this. Hopefully she's not listening. I'm sorry.
I mean, it is what it is. You can't, if you start giving good grades for the fact that they just gave you something, it doesn't work. So I think
the integrity's not there. Yeah, we give good, hard, honest reviews, right, Josh?
Yeah, well, I mean, that's what I want. I don't want to, please the person who gives me these codes. I want to please whoever's reading it. And you know what? Maybe it'll put them at a higher bar, and they'll work to be better in the next one. The one thing I did like about the game...
I will give praises to Sony all day and all night if I get a free PlayStation 4. Just wink, wink, hint, hint. So, yeah.
Yeah.
Sony, if you're listening, I'm here. PlayStation 4 my way. Sorry, go ahead, Josh.
They did the most with the graphics, though. They made the world not ugly. They kind of went with the Last of Us feel, where it's kind of bright and, flowers and stuff, but otherwise it's pretty mediocre. There's graphical issues, and the scavenging sucks. But once you get, later in the game and you have a big enough base, you don't have to scavenge anymore. You could build enough stuff that your compound makes enough, so you can kind of just go out and do whatever you feel like.
Oh, okay, that's cool. Yeah, well, I played a game recently, Saints Row 4. I'm a little bit late to the game. This game came out a month ago, but this is my first time ever playing a Saints Row title. Have you ever played any of them?
I have played Saints Row 1, and I did not like it. I felt like it was too much of a ripoff of GTA. But since then, they've gone bananas. They've tried to, separate themselves from GTA, which is awesome. And it's crazy. I played Saints Row 4 at PAX, and it was fun.
Yeah, this is the first time I've ever played a Saints Row game, and I've heard the same things about Saints Row 1. And I've had all the Grand Theft Auto games. I've had the Red Dead Redemption, and I don't really like the open world games. And I think I've talked about that on the podcast here before. I feel like there's kind of like too much to do. I feel kind of overwhelmed. They're just like so grandiose, so epic in scale. And the thing that I like about Saints Row is that it's like so over the top, and it can be pretty linear if you want it to be. And, I know GTA is kind of like this too, but there's like a main quest and then there's side quests that you can choose to do, or you can run around and do everything. But Saints Row just tries to be fun, and it doesn't try to be serious at all. It's so over the top, and what's really cool about it is that it really switches up the gameplay. Like, little minor spoilers here, but like, you're playing the game, and it's this third-person, action game, and then all of a sudden it goes into like a Tron-like world, and you're controlling a tank from a top-down view, and then it's like an old-school, battle tank type game, and then you go and then you're playing like another hour, and then it's super fun, and then it goes into like this old-school action like text RPG where you have to like choose where to go to, and it's all like 8-bit graphics, and it just looks awesome. And then you're playing it, and you're having fun, and then the next hour they're making fun of Metal Gear Solid, and you're sneaking around, and you have to like sneak under boxes, and like they're making commentary about Metal Gear Solid, and it's just like you just don't know what to expect. Every moment of this game is just insane. It's awesome. It's just fun.
Yeah,
and
one of my favorite things when I got my hands on it at PAX was the frickin' dubstep gun. It was just hilarious. And
yeah, I don't have that weapon yet. That's an optional quest to get that. I've been thinking about doing it. It looks awesome.
They added like 4 new songs recently to it, so you can go bananas on. I really enjoyed it, actually. I thought it was funny. Do you have the Violator yet?
I do not. Is that the dildo?
Yeah.
Sword?
Yeah.
I do not have that.
I tried to kill a giant monster with that. It didn't work out very well.
Yeah, and the power-ups are actually super fun. I mean, so there's like power-ups to and I don't know if this is running Saints Row 3 and stuff, but right from the get-go you get like super speed, so you run faster than cars, and then you get super jump, so you can jump up really high. So it's like immediately you feel like a superhero. And then later on you're getting like telekinesis. You can like pick up people or pick up cars and throw them. You can get power-ups to like suck out their life. You can get like earth attack or fire attack or ice attack, and it's like, man, you just feel like a total uber badass.
Yeah, when they started the demo for us, we had the super jump and all that stuff, and it was fun.
Yeah,
I just like gliding around the city and stuff. It was pretty rad.
Yeah, some aspects of the game that I don't like is I actually don't like the world too much. The world kind of feels a little artificial, and I think it's kind of supposed to be in the storyline, if you can call it a storyline. It's basically like aliens have taken over, and you're kind of like in the Matrix kind of thing.
Yeah.
And yeah, the world just kind of, I don't really like the look of it. It's really like kind of reddish, it's not really colorful. It doesn't feel very vibrant. There's a lot of character textures that are repeated. So there's like a lot of people that look like they're construction workers that are like in neighborhoods and in town and stuff. But overall, like I feel the quality of the game is really high. The voice acting is really superb. They have Nolan North. Is this the guy from Uncharted?
Yes, it is.
Awesome. Okay, so he is like one of 7 or 6 other optional voices that you can choose from. Like, hell's yeah, I chose Nolan North as my character. Yeah, and it's just like the whole game is scripted, by 6 different characters, like 3 girls, 3 guys, and Nolan North. And so the quality of the voice acting is great. The gameplay is actually super fun. Vehicles are fun to control. The music selection is actually really awesome. A lot of different types of music to choose from, and it's just like 80s and rock and dubstep and everything. And it just feels like a really high quality game. I really, really enjoy it.
Yeah, I agree. When I saw it, I was like, man, if I just had money coming out my ears, I would totally buy all these games. But I am poor as crap.
Review copy,
so.
Come our way. That's what we're asking for.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I would love to review more games, but it's harder to get, like, the indie developers, you can email directly and ask for review copies. While if it's like a major person, they're going to be like, meh, I don't want to even deal with you.
Well, so we both went to PAX. We haven't done an episode for a few weeks. We've been kind of having like a PAX recovery. So, what did you see there? What did you love? Besides Saints Row.
Okay, so I'm gonna go off on non-games. Well, I mean it is game related, but it's not like I didn't play a whole lot of new amazing games because most of them were videos. I was kind of disappointed with that. But I did get to play the Xbox One controller, and actually they did have Xbox Ones there, which was crazy. I didn't know if they'd have them there or not.
Yeah, the game from the people that did Splosion Man and stuff, they were showing off Loco Cycle, and you could play on Xbox Ones with their controllers right there.
Yeah, you could also do it on Rise. Rise also had the Xbox One. But anyway, the controller felt better than I thought it would. I mean, I assumed it would be too big. It looks bigger, but it felt fine, and I think, some of my fears about that were alleviated by being able to play a game with that controller and stuff.
Yeah, that's
good.
But
my favorite thing the whole weekend, though, was how funny the PAX panel for voice acting demo derby. It was awesome. It was all these random people. They chose 12 out of 66 people, and they have a demo reel of voice acting they've done, and then 4 voice actors and sound technicians and all this stuff sat down and told them what they needed to change and if they were good or bad and all this other stuff. It was pretty freaking cool.
So how were these people? I mean, were these just random people that were PAX attendees that decided to showcase their voice acting skills?
They're just random people that I think would have gone to PAX anyway, but you had to submit your demo reel like 6 weeks ago or something like that.
Oh, okay.
So, I mean, those people had already planned on hoping to do this. Guess who was one of the guys that I work with was there. It was pretty funny.
Oh, that's interesting. Oh, was he chosen?
No, he was upset. He got it in at like the deadline day, and he didn't realize that was like the day to do it. So he had to like fly through his voice recordings, and he's like, I didn't do a very good job. There's a reason why I didn't get selected. So.
Aww.
But also, while we were there, Mark won audio editing software. It's like $150 software. It was pretty awesome.
Can we use that on our podcast?
Yeah, Butthole decided to take it home with him instead of letting me borrow it and load it on my computer.
That's the brotherly love. You just call him Butthole. That's his name. If he ever joins us on the podcast, I am going to call him Butthole. No.
Oh, okay. He'll be super excited.
Cool. That's cool. I remember last year, this was amazing. So, talking about the team that made Splosion Man and stuff, they were doing a raffle, and you had to play Miss Splosion Man, and then you get a little raffle ticket throughout the whole weekend. And in like the last couple of hours of the show being open on the last day, they were doing a big giveaway with those raffle tickets. And we were only able to go on that last day, and Maggie ended up getting like 1 or 2 raffle tickets, and she won like second place prize. She won a poster from Gunstringer signed by the whole development team.
That's
and it was amazing. And people gave her such the stink eye. Oh my gosh, she got dirty looks. Because there was people there that had been trying, so many times over the whole weekend to get a bunch of raffle tickets, and Maggie only had one, and she got it.
Well, it's okay.
It was awesome.
Last year I made a guy cry at PAX. So
how did you do that?
I got the last Mohawk thing for Far Cry 3, so you get it for free. Yeah. And he was so angry because he said he was there from 7 a.m. till now, and I'm like, the show floor doesn't open till 10, so you weren't in the building. He's like, I snuck in. Anyway, line collapses into mayhem, right? Because they told us nobody could get in line. Everybody out of here, they're recording X-Play or something. And then, like, literally, as soon as it stops, like, they just were standing there holding up the release forms, and the line just collapses into mayhem, and I happened to be one of the people that was near the front and got the last one. And this kid was crying, and they finally gave him one because he said, he couldn't wait in line that long because he had diabetes. And then, like, 10 seconds later, I see him eating a extra large Snickers bar, and I'm like, really, diabetes, huh?
Oh my god, he just cried and they felt bad.
Oh, that's exactly what
What
happened.
is
It
he,
was,
5? This is ridiculous.
and he got to go first. He got to go first, ahead of press and everything, because he had complained about the fact that he couldn't be on his feet for that long because he had diabetes.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it was
Anyway.
upsetting.
Well,
Off of
yeah,
my rant
PAX
of
is
making a
amazing.
kid
Besides,
cry.
people like that. But yeah, well, we had, I actually had an opportunity to play with the Oculus Rift.
Oh yeah, yeah. How was that?
Yeah, so I did not play with their new HD version that was there, and the line was like it was constantly capped at 3 hours. And you had to come back every 20 minutes to see if you could get in the line. That just seemed ridiculous. So I played with an older version of Oculus Rift that had at a station that had these controllers that were being used for a tech demo, and it was actually really interesting. So the tech demo, and this is included with all the Oculus Rift kits, is basically it's like a little house and you're walking around in it and you can walk outside and there's like a little fountain and stuff. So it's not really a game, it's more just kind of an immersive environment. And at the booth that I was at, they were showcasing these controllers that they were almost like Wii remotes, so they had like an accelerometer in them and you could rotate them around and stuff. And they had little joysticks on the end so you can move forward and backward and stuff. And so that's kind of different than the normal Oculus Rift kit. What's interesting is that when you're holding these in your hands and you put on the Oculus Rift headset, it's like if you rotate them and you rotate it towards you, like you see open palms on your hands, and you can do a closed fist by grabbing the remote. You can pick up things by grabbing and throwing. And I can see people's issues with the low resolution. It's almost like you're looking at like a standard definition television, really close up. But and also like when you move your head around a lot, there is a lot of blur effect there. But it's actually surprisingly immersive for what it is. And I know those two are going to be the big issues that they're addressing with the final consumer versions. But, I'm using these joysticks and I'm walking around, and I really felt like really immersed in this environment. And it's interesting because with this tech demo, you could actually get up out of your seat and lean over. And so I went up to a ledge, and you could lean over and you could see like, the water that was down below. And it was just really weird, and you get used to it in like a few seconds, which is also kind of strange. Crazy. And what I thought was kind of weird is that after the tech demo, after you take off the headset, it was like I felt like the whole world was in high definition, like immediately. It was like your brain just gets kind of used to it. You're able to look around and stuff, and then all of a sudden now you're just kind of back to normalcy. But yeah, I'm sold on one. I definitely will get one once the consumer version's out. It is just awesome. Did you have a chance to try it out?
No, I didn't, and I'm disappointed in that. I really wish I had been able to. But the cool thing that was right next to that tech demo was that awesome thing that you could run on, and it would move you around like you were running. It was really cool.
Okay. Yeah, I don't think that idea is gonna do well. Yeah,
so that I don't think so either. Hey, I got a coupon for that in the mail for $100 off.
For the running thing?
Yeah. Because I put my name in like the little raffle bin, and they said that they would give certain amount off if you got like a certain draw.
And you're like still not worth it.
Well, yeah, I know. Well, it was $500. It's like $100 off ain't that good for me.
Yeah, so what it is, there's a Kickstarter that's going on to try to fund it, and it's basically like, it's hard to describe. It's almost like a big ring. It's really tall, almost looks like an exercise machine, and the bottom is a little bit concave, and you have to put on this special kind of sliders on the bottom of your foot, and basically with an Oculus Rift, you're walking, but you're standing still, so you're kind of gliding on this, and every step that you take is a step in the game. So if you win the Oculus Rift, and you're holding the controller and you're walking, it's really like you're really there. They weren't allowing people to play it, but you could watch a person play it that worked.
The guy playing it was fucking in shape, man.
Oh yeah, that guy was like
sprinting the entire time.
Yeah, that guy, yeah, he was in shape and he's looking all around, and he's running, and that guy was out of breath. running
Yeah,
all
I know.
day. And I'm like, yeah, I don't think, like this is gonna work for the average gamer.
Hey, I
And
think that's a good way to lose weight. Sit
sure,
on that
yeah.
for an hour,
Oh
wander
yeah.
around. Yeah.
I think also some factors with it is that it's really, really big, and they say that you can fold it up and like put it underneath your bed, like an exercise machine, but it looks really, really bulky. And another issue is that they want to make sure that people are wearing the right kind of shoes. So as of right now, you attach these things to the bottom of your shoe, but they were talking about that they want to actually sell shoes with it, and I'm like, no way, shoe types and feet differences are just gonna make this dead in the water.
Yeah, I think what they really need to do. I don't think it can go anywhere. I don't know. It would be to a niche group of people who have like a big ass game room.
Yeah, if you really want like total immersion and you have a huge budget, I can see this happening, but I don't see this ever becoming more mainstream like the Oculus Rift is trying to be.
Well,
So,
you can order them. You can order them up to 4, so you could have 4-player co-op, like
oh my god.
in certain games.
Yeah, so
How
this
awesome would
setup's
that
gonna
be?
be like, hey guys, come over. I got my, $5,000 worth of PC accessories that we're all gonna be running here, and it's only gonna take up like 20 feet of, yeah.
20 feet of space, no big deal.
Yeah. But that was cool. Actually, what I really enjoyed also seeing at PAX was they had like these indie games, like they had indie booths where you can play some games from some really small studios, and there was some really really cool ones. There's this one, and the name eludes me now, but it's coming out on Steam really soon, and it's a game where you die, and you die really frequently, and your body lies there, and then you use your body to solve puzzles. So, for example, let's say your body falls into spikes, and then you come back to life immediately, and then you can use your body that's now stuck on spikes as a platform to then get across. So it's actually kind of
awesome.
cute, and I played through the demo. It's actually really fun. It's really well made, and what's pretty interesting and neat is that every character, every little knight that comes out, they each have a name. And so they always have like these little fun names, it's like, oh, this person died, and they were allowing people to record their death sounds, like their screams or their dying gurgles, and the best ones were going to be chosen to be put into the game. So what they want to do is have a unique name and a unique scream for everyone that dies, and so that's kind of cool. It's like you're seeing hundreds of deaths, and it's like, oh, each one's going to be different. So that was
That's
a cool
cool.
idea. Yeah.
Well, it looked like another cool indie game there. Well, I don't know if you can consider it indie, but they still have a really small studio. I guess it's like 20 people or something like that.
Yeah.
I don't know if you consider that indie or not, but they're Cappy. I know they've had big mainstream ones, but they're coming out with Super Time Force, and it's awesome. So when you die, you can like pause it and rewind time, choose a new character. There's 8 different characters you can choose.
Yeah.
And it's like, they all have different abilities and stuff. And then once you respawn, you fight with your dead person until the point where they died. It's kind of cool. So they like help you destroy stuff that was there earlier.
Ah, that is cool. I've heard of that game. Is it already out yet?
No, it's not out. They said they'd be out by the end of the year, but they didn't have like a solid date.
That is cool.
But the interview I did with them, I got to talk to the freaking president. That was pretty cool. Nathan Bella.
That is awesome.
Yeah,
Nice.
He's a cool dude. He made fun of some people who walked in front of my camera right when I was recording. It was pretty sweet.
Some other games I thought were pretty neat. There was this other one that was kind of looked like an action platformer, and used your shadow, so you could actually like go into your shadow, and then the shadows of the world, like you can jump on them and they would become platforms. So that was kind of cool. I thought that was creative. That was different. There was like some messed up horror games. They were like, man, they look hella scary.
Dude, okay, did you see the video for Evil Within?
No.
Oh my god, it was so creepy. It's disgusting. Cassie's like, I am not playing that game. It's so gross. Like, the whole video is just like blood everywhere. I mean, this guy's like twisting up barbed wire, and he's like cutting his hands open, and then like
Oh.
some beast comes out of somebody, and then there's like a lady coming out of this pool of blood. I'm like, yeah, I'm not into that. And then Cassie saw it, and she's like, there is no way in hell I'm ever going to play that game. It's creepy and gross.
Yeah,
So.
actually, on the horror game topic, that's interesting. So a video that went viral was a person playing a really scary game with the Oculus Rift, and he basically like super freaked out and like threw off the headset after playing it for 2 minutes. I think horror games are going to be hella frightening, and I think it's going to be a huge market for Oculus Rift.
Oh, dude, could you imagine playing Dead Space Oculus Rift?
Yeah, fuck that.
That would be bomb, dude.
Oh my god.
What's that other
horrifying
game that's coming out? Oh,
I don't know, like any of like
the
the Silent Hills, any of the Fatal Frames, I don't know, like any horror game just sounds 10 times scarier using an Oculus Rift. You're immersed in it. It's like if you put on headphones and you put on that, it's like you can't just look away, you can't see the light around your house, it's like you are in this world, and wherever you look, your character is looking. So it's like you look around a corner and you see, some scary monster in the hallway. Oh god, screw that.
God, I would love to see you play a horror game with that thing on.
Yeah, I'm gonna piss myself. I'm gonna have to be wearing some diapers with that. Yeah. Oh my god.
Oh my god. Okay, Okay, I will say I played some bad games at PAX.
Oh, what'd you play?
Dying Light is bad. It is a terrible zombie game, and the combat's really stupid, and I don't understand like how in this day and age you can screw up a game so bad.
Was that an arcade title or
No, it's a full-on game. But the problem with it is like I don't understand like the stamina bar. It drives me insane. I understand limiting the amount of swings you can do so you're not just like Left 4 Dead hacking through a billion zombies. Yeah. But I hate it when your guy just starts swinging sloppily because he's low on stamina. I'm like, I don't know. I'm like, just make me swing slower so that I know I have to get out of there. Don't make my screen go all over the place when my stamina's down.
Yeah, that's bad game design.
It's just, and then, like, to get to certain points, like, nobody but me made it to the overpass because it's just confusing as shit to try to get there. Maybe it's just us and we're retarded, but I mean...
Nah, I think that, like, I hope that sometimes at PAX or at these conventions that the game developers are watching how people play, and they make changes accordingly. I mean, a demo should be immediately fun, immediately approachable, and either that's a bad demo where they're not easing people into it, or it's just overall bad game design and they need to delay it and fix those problems. Otherwise, it's going to do horribly. Yeah.
Oh my god. So, okay, we'll talk about a funny thing that happened. Mark he picked up the headphones when he was going to play the Batman on Vita.
Yeah.
And it pulled the Vita off the stand and it, like, pulled the alarm loose. So, there's, like, security all over Mark. And they couldn't figure out how to turn it off because none of the keys that they had would fit into the alarm box that Mark had. So every LP person from WB and like the other booth were like over there trying to like figure it out. It was a nightmare. They were like, "Oh no, you can keep playing. We'll try to figure this out while you're playing on the Vita." While the alarm was going off, it was freaking hilarious. But
actually, I have a funny story from PAX too. So me and Maggie are chilling in the Nintendo DS area. Like they have big bean bags, and we're just sitting there. And a person comes up to us. They're dressed in cosplay. They look cool. And he says, "Hey, I'm accepting donations for Child's Play. Donate, whatever you want, and I'll give you some cookies, some homemade cookies." I was like, "Okay, that's nice. Child's Play. I like that charity." So we give the guy a couple bucks, and then he gives us cookies. I'm expecting chocolate chip, maybe oatmeal raisin. I don't know, maybe peanut butter cookies. No, he gives us chocolate chip with sriracha.
What?
Yeah.
Oh,
sriracha
that
hot
sounds
sauce.
Gross.
Oh yeah, and they're homemade, and they look pretty sketch. And Maggie, my wife, the brave girl that she is, she tried to bite out of it, and it was horrible. It was disgusting. It was so bad. Yeah, I'm like, just make us regular cookies. Why do you have to make such a crazy weird shit?
Was it the Cookie Brigade or was it
No,
just
it's
some
Cookie
random
Brigade.
dude?
Yeah, it's that guy.
Yeah, they asked me if I wanted one of those, and I said, hell no, why would I want a hot sauce-filled cookie? That sounds disgusting, so I got a regular chocolate chip.
Oh, you're a smart man. I didn't know that was an option. Or maybe those were all gone and all that was left was Sriracha.
Yeah.
Not a good idea. Whoever thought of that is a horrible person.
A horrible person.
Yeah.
So, what are we going to talk about next week?
Well, next week, and for the next 2 weeks, actually, I'm on vacation.
Oh, yeah. Good point. I got to talk to Andrew. Get him on here. Let's see. Next week, I want to talk about...
Grand Theft Auto 5, maybe?
Oh, yeah. Grand Theft Auto 5 is going to be it. So, I guess we're going to have to record it Tuesday night after I play a lot of that.
Yeah.
That game's going to be bomb, and I'm glad it came out the week before school starts. We can talk about anything we feel like. I might actually get a code for 2 indie games, and I will let everybody know what they're about and if they're good or not.
Yeah, and subscribe to Next Gen Nerds on YouTube. Just type in Next Gen Nerds, it'll come up. You'll see our logo. And yeah, by doing that, we're trying to get some followers so that we can get some review copies of games and we can put more reviews on the site.
Yeah, it'll be awesome.
Yeah.
So thank you guys, and this is No Name Josh and Bandito John saying see ya.
Yeah.